It's an issue that has caught my attention a long time ago because I came across this school of thought in economics called the Austrian School of Economics. And it fascinated me. I was practicing medicine. I was studying medicine. I was a resident and going through there. But that was my hobby, was trying to understand how the economic system worked. And I found out that in the 1960s, there were a lot of people who were predicting, this idiocy of the Bretton Woods Agreement, the pseudo gold standard that was set up at the end of World War II. Even back then, Henry Hazlitt said, it's stupid, don't do it, it doesn't work. And so the predictions were going, and the black market, the real market of gold, it was fixed, the dollar was fixed at $35 an ounce. That was official, but we had most of the gold, so we had license to steal by just printing money and handing out the money, and that made it easy for the predictions. It's not going to last. We can see it. It's sort of like today we're talking about, when's the dollar going to end? Well, back then it was, when was the dollar going to be an honest currency and be backed by gold? Well, they had already declared bankruptcy in 1934 because they stole all the gold. Roosevelt stole all the gold from the American people, and so that was a bankruptcy. They promised they'd always give us $35 for paper. And the amazing thing is people said, "Oh, okay, that's fine, just so I can get my goodies," and the money works to a degree. So they patched that together, but they never gave the gold back to the people. And that is what led me into it. And when the crash of the dollar came in 1971 is when I thought, I want to speak out on it, and a vehicle was the political system.
And then you ended up, how many terms did you serve in Congress?
I'd have to go and count them again. About 23 years. But
wow.
I was in 3 different times,
yeah.
So it led to more. But I had no desire. I never had a goal of, this is a good deal. I think I have an opportunity. I think I could become a congressman. Never once did that ever cross my mind, because I remember so clearly when I talked to my wife, and I was at a very nice medical practice and loved medicine, loved delivering babies. That might seem strange, but I did. I loved delivering babies. And so when I told her, she said, "What in the world would you do that for?" And I tried to explain to her what I just said. It's an important issue, and that's sort of something that I've looked after, and I want to speak out. She said, "You shouldn't do it. It's very dangerous." And she was not into conspiracy. She didn't know anything about that stuff. But she said it was dangerous, and it turned out that she was right, because she says it's dangerous because you're going to probably get elected and mix up our lives. And so I didn't expect to. I thought it was just a speaking opportunity, and that's the way it was for a long time. I was there for 6 years and decided I wanted to go back to medicine. I still had kids to go through college, and then as time went on, and the conditions didn't get much better, so I ran for Congress again, in 1995, and went back into the Congress. But she was right and I was wrong, and even the people who suggest that, oh yeah, I got interested in what you were talking about, when you ran for president in 2007 and 2008 and 2012, and believe me, I didn't anticipate that there would be people like maybe in this room that thought, well, that sounds interesting stuff, and so I was fascinated. Wow. And then I had this revelation that when I went to the college campuses, that the young people were more open-minded than old people. I decided Chamber of Commerces weren't offering us free enterprise, so the young people were responding very well. Matter of fact, the one event that I remember so clearly was when we went to Berkeley. I think Berkeley was considered liberal, wasn't it? That's the way that was.
Left.
A little bit liberal, but that was my biggest crowd. I had 8,000 young people come out, and I thought, there's something. Because I knew I wasn't that great a speaker. So I said, that is a great message. What people want to know and young people want to know. And I would emphasize that this is what you're getting into. And so I changed my attitude. No, not every young person in college and liberal college are all of a sudden going to have, great wisdom. But there was a group there that was, open-minded enough that if they heard something, if it was interesting, that they would grab hold of it. And so since that time, I would say that I have been impressed with the interest that has been shown. And that to me is the most important thing. Minds have to be changed, and that's what I hope I can contribute to.